I'm actually calling on behalf of my boyfriend. He stays out of the country. He has traveled to the States on several occasions on a visiting visa, but his permanent visa was denied due to a charge. So when he received his letter in May, it was a charge that's on there. So my question is, how do you fight a charge that was placed on there when he was never jailed?
What charge are you talking about? There's no such thing as being denied for a charge. You can be denied for conviction. So he was obviously he was convicted of what?
On the letter it says trafficking in any controlled substance.
Okay, so if he was found guilty of any sale of drugs or conspiracy to sell drugs, even if he didn't go to jail, that's a permanent bar to ever entering America again, if that's what in fact happened.
Okay, yeah, so he was visiting U.S. on a cruise ship, and he was stopped and questioned, cleared, went through the state, stayed for another month, and then went back.
Okay, what you're telling me is that he was convicted of a crime of drug trafficking, or perhaps accused of drug trafficking.
Yeah.
Okay, either way, he may be, if you have a conviction for drug trafficking, it's over. If you are accused of drug trafficking but you don't have a conviction, you got to argue it out. You're wrong. I'm not a drug trafficker. The accusation of drug trafficking is enough to find you inadmissible to the United States. I don't know the facts. All I know is you told me the man walked off a cruise ship and walked back on a cruise ship. So I know nothing. All right? We would need to get all of his records. We would need to see what exactly is the exact facts that the government is saying, which, leads them to believe this man is a suspected drug trafficker, and then speak to this man, and he has to be able to come back with information saying, they're wrong. This is why they're wrong. And then we got to present it.
So how do you get those records?
Well, first start with the Freedom of Information Act request. So when the government has negative information about you, the only way to get this negative information is to do a Freedom of Information Act request and request them to send you a copy of your records. Other than that, we don't know what they know about you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.